My name is Elisa and this is my monthly video where I talk about the knitting that I have done in the past month. I talk about my works in progress and my acquisitions when I have them. And in this month of March I have a few acquisitions to show you as well. I'm wearing my Aneta vest that you've seen in previous videos. I also have a video about it. It has a lace detail on the shoulder and a very deep armhole. And it's a design I'm very proud of, so I'm showing it off today, also because it's a very nice spring day. It's nice and warm and the sky's very blue with those white clouds, so this means that the light will be very changeable, and I apologize for that in advance. By the way, you will see that sky in some footage that I will insert at the end of the video of a very special event that I witnessed earlier in the day. It was the first day the cows went out in the fields. I know you're probably laughing and saying, what is she talking about? But I live in the Netherlands. I am not Dutch, but I've been living here for a few years, and this is really something special. To watch. You know, the cows are very happy when they finally go out after being inside all winter. They like leap and jump and they moo and they play with each other. So yeah, it's just very sweet. So yeah, you will see that sky if you stick here until the end, or of course feel free to skip to the end if you're more interested in the cow than in my knitting, which I will totally understand. The second thing I want to show you before showing you my finished object for this month is this that my friend Dolly is wearing. This is also my own design and it's in testing right now. I still have some spots, especially for the bigger sizes. So if you can consider knitting a summer t-shirt, a very simple design, as you can see, it's very quick. Even if it's small gauge, it's still quite quick to work because it's mostly stockinette. It has a reverse stockinette section that goes down here at the front and a smaller one here at the side, but it's really a very basic, a staple piece really. It can of course be knitted in other fibers. This is silk. It can be knitted in cotton, it can be knitted in wool if you prefer. Some of my testers are using fibers like warmer fibers maybe, because this could be worn like this, right? So with a shirt underneath for in the in-between season. So I'm very happy for people to apply, even if they have said even if they have some other yarn in mind. So yeah, the link will be below if you want to still apply for the test. There is time until mid-May 2025, so I think it will still be more than enough to complete the piece, even if you apply now. Okay, on to finished objects. I have a big shawl to show you. I'm not even sure how to make it fit in here. So this is the most interesting part. The lace section. This is not lace, but anyway, it's a charted section in the pattern that goes all the way to the other side, and the rest is plain garter stitch. So all in all, I would say it was a very easy, mindless project. When you reach the point where the rows are mostly garter stitch. Of course, when you start at this tip here, you have a few rows when you have to like look at the chart. Now the light is really changing. Maybe it's my fault. I'm moving this in front of the camera. Anyway, when the shawl grows along this edge, right? So you get to a point around here where the garter part is longer than the charted part, and then it's really very mindless and easy. And even this charted part is It's very easy. It's mostly slip stitches. Only these little leaves here are done moving the stitches, so switching them the way you do when you knit cables, but it's really only 2 spots per row. So I've been able to knit this while watching videos, in the train, on the way to work. It's really an easy peasy, nice project. There will be a video where I talk extensively about this. I have a playlist on the channel where I'm talking about the finished objects of my 2025 knitting project. I have a year-long project where I knit all the pieces, all the patterns in the Making Stories magazine number 9, issue 9. The magazine is not available anymore. They are not continuing publications, but if you see anything that you like and that you are inspired by, all the patterns are available as individual purchases on Ravelry, so no worries, and the links again will be below. So everything I'm showing in this video is part of this year-long project. And the next piece, this is very warm, like really too warm for this sunny spring day. The next piece I am making, the one that I made probably more progress on, is called Theophrastus. Complicated name for a complicated pattern. It's not complicated, but it requires some work for these ruffles. It's 2 of them. Some people who have Ravelry projects for this top only made 1, but I think, well, while I was at it, why not make 2? They do seem to stick up a little bit, but we will see after blocking. I modified the bind off. That was a regular bind off in the pattern. I made this even more frilly bind off, like it's like a pickle bind off. This is a raglan construction, and I am continuing on the body, which is here hidden under the ruffles, and of course I will then pick up the sleeves. After finishing the ruffles, I thought I would work on the sleeves immediately, because I had it's knitted in 2 colors held together. I have these 2, oops, these 2 mohairs held together. They make this color, and the ruffles are 1 for each color, right? So I only had 4 bows for each color, so barely enough to add the sleeves to it. It's originally short sleeves in the design, in the original design, but I'm thinking it will be more wearable if I have at least 3/4 sleeves or bracelet length sleeves. So I thought, you know, after making the ruffles, I will pick up the stitches and knit the sleeves as far down as I can. It's better management of your yarn, right? Because then the length can be a little, I don't mind having wearing slightly more cropped garments, and this is fairly cropped in the original design as well, so so yeah, why not? But because I had this left after the ruffles, it wouldn't be enough to knit a full sleeve, and I didn't want to join the yarn on the sleeve because the gauge is still rather open. So I think, you know, I will start with a new ball, with 2 new balls on the sleeves, and hopefully knit down until the end of them. And for that reason, I'm thinking of knitting 2 at a time on double magic loop, so I know how far down I can go. I will finish the next 2 balls and see where I get to, and then evaluate and estimate, you know, how long it will become, you know, lengthwise on the body, with the final 2 balls that I have left, because this is almost 4 balls, 2 and 2, 2 plus 2. The other thing that was a bit strange is that these two mohairs are the same brand, but the beige balls are bigger or heavier than the white ones. Only slightly because it's mohair, but in terms of the quantity, you can definitely see, you know, I started them at the same time. So I will have this left over and this one not. And it was the same with the first 2 balls. So we will see. But okay, this is very quick because it's really all stockinette apart from the ruffles. So this will definitely be a finished object next time. And yeah, I think I'm going to, I'm not sure if I'm going to prioritize it, to be quite honest, but I think it will be good to finish it before the weather gets too warm to work on mohair. I don't like to work with mohair when it's hot, because my hands get sticky. It's not nice. So yeah, definitely finished in the next video. And I also have a new cast on that you haven't seen yet, the Theophrastus you've seen in my previous video. The light, my god. If you watch my previous video, you've seen that one already. This one is new. And I am so excited about this. I'm really liking it. It's called Abloom. No, it's called Blossom. Issue 9 of Making a Story was a spring issue, so I find that the names are sometimes a bit repetitive, or at least they give the same vibes. This one is Blossom, yes. And it's lace, an easy lace, plus colorwork round yoke. And it's supposed to form something that has the shape of leaves. I think of this as leaves. I think they are described like that in the magazine. This is like the central nerve of the leaves, and as you can see, you can only just see because this is very small, but yeah, it ends in a point like a leaf, and the pink part, the darker pink part here, is also doing the same, so ending in a point. And then it's 4 colors. I will put up a picture of the colors I have. It's 4 colors, and then a main color for the body, which is a charcoal gray in my case. So it's going to be these 2 pinks, a yellow, a burgundy, a dusty burgundy color, and then the charcoal gray. I really like the colors. I really like everything about it so far. It is a bit slower than I thought because you have to catch the floats at the back. Yeah, there's no other choice because they get really long in the middle part, so the middle of the leaf, and that, yeah, slows me down a little bit. I haven't done color work for like a very long time, and by that I mean years, really. And well, not, yeah, a couple of years, and maybe more. Time flies, so I forget. But yes, a long time. So I'm a bit nervous about my tension as well. So I am like stopping every now and then to check that the floats are not pulling in on the fabric, and I think it will be okay. But yeah, we will have to see after blocking. I'm pretty sure I will block it when I finish the yoke, also because I was between sizes for this one. With all these patterns in making stories, I am between sizes, and in other situations it has been easier to pick my size because I can imagine how much ease I want on things. With this one, I really couldn't decide because the recommended ease would bring me to size 3. But in the photos, the model in the magazine is wearing size 3, and the sweater looks like very roomy and drapey on her. And in the case of round yoke, I think I prefer a snug fit around the shoulders. Not necessarily lower in the body, but I think a nicely fitted yoke is better, looks better on me. Also, the sleeve for size 3 was like very, very, very big for my very small arms. So yeah, I decided to go for size 2, and then maybe I will adjust when I have blocked the yoke and I see if I want to maybe make some increases before starting to knit down on the body. And same adjustments can be done on the sleeves. I can simply decrease less going down the arm if I realize that it's needed. So yes, this one, there has been a change of plans with this one. If you watch my previous video, I showed other colors. I showed grays and blues. That was my original plan, but then I realized that I was knitting too much green and blue in this Making Stories project. I wanted something more on the other side of the spectrum, and really I think these pinks will make it a more spring-like sweater. You know, it's still wool. It's the yarn is cool wool, and it's yeah, 100% wool, so it's still going to be a warm sweater. But because we are in the Netherlands, which isn't the warmest country, at least for me, I'm Italian, so I'm used to much warmer weather than here, I can see myself wearing this at this time of the year still. So into the spring, well into the spring, if I don't put anything too warm under it. So a t-shirt and then this one. And the neck is very snug as well, so it will be possible to wear a t-shirt under that. The neck of the t-shirt will not show. I've already made some modifications to it because I've already modified the neck, but okay, I will talk about it more when it's a bit more advanced. But anyway, I changed my mind about the colors, and I don't feel guilty about that because the blues will be used later in the year to knit something for a new baby, a baby boy. So those blues will be perfect for some baby knits. That's the first part of my acquisitions. I've mentioned this yarn already. It's cool wool. Everything will be written down below. I will show you one of the balls. It's very, very nice to work with. It's soft and elastic, and after blocking I think it will mask every irregular stitch that I have made on these increases and decreases that form the leaves. And also, you know, when you catch the floats sometimes, when the sweater is unblocked, you have the feeling that it shows a little bit, like here. I think I see the darker pink underneath, but this will go with blocking, or at least that's what I'm telling myself, otherwise I would freak out. Okay, Blossom. The next work in progress is called Bloom. So you see what I was saying on the names of these projects. This is worked on a completely different yarn. It's a very rustic yarn. It's a thin yarn, but very rustic. Nonetheless, it's Pegulhal by Rosa Pomar, and it has a completely different look as well. It's very autumn-like, and yeah, this is actually something that I will carry on over the summer and after the summer. It's a long-term project, so the two projects that I am going to hopefully finish before the next video are the two that I showed you now. This one you will see for a while, I think. Not only because it's knit on 3mm needles, so relatively thin needles, but also because it's a rather challenging stitch. It's a mock cable, as you can see. Yeah, there. I would say it's fun to make. So when I first made the swatch and I studied it, I thought it would be a nightmare because this is an insane amount of purling. Okay, so if you don't like purling, this is not for you. These little knots that mark the cable are purl stitches, so even on the right side there are rows where you purl a lot. But still, I'm finding that I'm reaching for it, you know. I thought I would have to like force myself, you know, like something you have to do because you have this goal, this project this year, so you have to make everything, because I'm that kind of person. But I'm really I'm enjoying it. I cannot knit on it for like one afternoon. Maybe it's only like 5 or 10 rows at a time, but it's still growing. It's really growing. And I already made 2 buttonholes. The original pattern has 9. I'm going to only knit 7 because the original pattern is very long and I'm very short. I'm really a shorty, so I measured myself and I found that if I knit the full length of it, it will reach down, it will be too long. I don't like things that are too long. And this pattern in particular, I don't see, it's like a grandpa cardigan with a, what's it called, like a shawl neck. I don't see it as a long piece, to be honest. Not the way I imagine I will wear it. So yeah, even if it's a bit shorter, it will be fine. There has been a change of plans for this one as well. Let me see if I can find out who they are. I was planning to use these buttons for it. So where's the button band? There. I was going to use these buttons. They are ceramic buttons, handmade, and oh, why is the camera doing that? Okay. So I bought the yarn with these buttons in mind. And as you have seen, the buttons are almost wider than the button band itself. It's difficult to show. But yeah, they are almost wider than the button band. And I don't like that. So when I, when I put them there, I realized that it wouldn't work. And I started having second thoughts about the color of the buttons as well. So I've been digging in my stash. I have a big stash of buttons as well. Mostly they are mismatched buttons that have been salvaged from old clothes. But some of them are vintage buttons that come from, you know, handed down by my grandmother who used to sew. And some of them also handed down by my aunt's aunt, who was a professional seamstress. So I think these ones come from her. These are vintage buttons, and I think they are the perfect color. So even if I end up not using these ones in particular, I think I want a similar color to this. Now, I've noticed before when I try to take pictures that the camera doesn't really pick up all of the speckles in this yarn. Now the light is completely wrong. It's making it look way darker. Okay, this is the color, but from this distance, I don't think you can see the blue speckles in it. I don't know why. I don't know why it doesn't pick them up, but I swear. Let's try with the ball of the yarn. If I swear there is some blue in here. No, it looks more brown than it is, but it has some greenish yellow in it, some red, and some blue, definitely. So these buttons are the same blue as the blue in the yarn, and I think you know, it's a contrasting color. That's why I like it so much, I think. So yeah, even if I end up buying new buttons and not using these vintage ones, it will be a similar color to this one. The reason why I'm thinking these might not be good for it is that they are very thick and that they have the hole here at the back. So I think they might like pull down on the knitted fabric. I'm not sure. So if you have experience with this kind of thing, please please let me know. I've always seen cardigans with, you know, the like your regular buttons with 2 holes, you know, like discs with 2 holes or 4 holes, and I don't know if these can work. Yeah, if someone has advice, it's very welcome. Unfortunately, I don't have any flat buttons in the right color in my stash, so if I don't use these ones, I will have to buy some. But it's okay. I can do that. Right. This is all I have in terms of works in progress. But yeah, it's three works in progress, so I think it should be enough to keep me busy. But I'm already planning for some spring things because mostly because next weekend, so it's Monday today. On Saturday, I will go to a yarn festival here in the Netherlands. It's called Breda, and it's in Breda, a town in the south of the Netherlands. I will also teach a workshop there in mindful knitting, so you can still join. We have spaces if you want to be there with us. I will put that link below as well. So yes, I'm trying to like plan ahead a little bit because of course I want to buy some yarn there, and it might be cotton or linen or some more summery yarn for the summer projects, because normally at spring editions of yarn festivals there's more of that, so that's what I expect. Okay, let me look at my list. Yes, my list says that my spring and summer plans include a pair of ankle socks, a tee, a tank top, and a cardigan that is not made in, it's not cotton in the original pattern, it's a woolen yarn, but I think it will look really good in a nice and soft cotton yarn as well, if I can find it. So that's the plan, to buy a sweater quantity of a nice soft cotton yarn. If you have any recommendations, the gauge I have to hit is around 24 to 26 stitches in 10 centimeters on, I think, 4mm needles. Acquisitions. I've already told you about the yarn. You've already seen the photos of the yarn that I bought, but I also have a book this month. This book has been gifted to me by my friend Elena, who is the inspiration between one of my designs, my Elena sleepover. We share this passion for knitting, but we live in different countries, so it's not always easy to get together. But recently we managed to. We spent a fantastic morning plus lunch plus early afternoon, so a good amount of time together talking about knitting and of course other stuff. And she gave this to me. This is a reprint, a re-edition of a book that originally came out in 1957. And the reason why I am showing it to you is that it made me think so much about how the knitting world has changed over time. Look inside. This is how it looks like. And this is how the photos look like. Black and white. Let me show you some of the patterns. There. Oops. Yeah, I don't know why it darkens so much. But look at this. They are so small. and the background is so full of other stuff that, you know, you really have to look closely to find the garments in here. Come on. It's really difficult to see, but I think this was considered the standard at the time. The thing that really made me think even more is that most of the patterns have 1 to 3 sizes, never more than 3 sizes. So that's size inclusivity for you. And it never indicates yarn brands or, you know, the name of the yarn used. It only indicates the weight of the yarn and the gauge, and some very basic measurements. So here I see chest, length, inside of the sleeve. That's it. The hat patterns say to fit a regular head. What's a regular head? Okay. And of course they are, most of them constructed in pieces that you have to then seam together. Everything is a piece, so the neck band is a piece, the sleeves are a piece, the front, the back, like really the old way, the old way. What else? The instructions look like the same. This is in English, of course, so it's K for knit, P for purl. I've seen a knit through the back loop, which is absolutely the same. A make one left and make one right, which is the same. So I don't think it would be difficult to knit one of these patterns, just maybe a weird experience. But I still, because I love vintage stuff, I thought, here it is. I thought I could make this one. This looks really pretty for a summer knit. I don't think you see it very well, but it's a V-neck with 2 lace stripes that go down the V of the V-neck here, all the way down to the bottom hem. And I looked at it, and it's a 40 stitch gauge, over 10 centimeters. So I was like, there's no way I'm gonna knit this. All the gauges are incredibly small. Incredibly small, all in this range, 30 to 40 stitches, which is very small, I think, nowadays, right? But anyway, there's also a variety of techniques. There's embroidery on knits, so a very interesting book. The thing that really struck me the most is the sizing range. But I've been thinking, you know, that maybe the way we think of size inclusivity is not the only way to think of size inclusivity. In this case, I've been wondering if, I mean, I don't think it was laziness on part of the author of the book, right? It was just that it was probably assumed that people could adjust to their own sizes. I don't think people had more standard bodies in 1957 than they have now. Bodies are different, but maybe people people didn't expect to have it ready for them. Is that possible? Is it possible that knitters were a bit more prepared to spend some time figuring it out instead of just reading and passively making what the patterns tells them? I don't know. It's because I mostly knit self-drafted things and when I knit from other people's patterns I always make modifications. I don't know, this thought came naturally to me, you know, that that maybe it's not your size. Okay, you know what the gauge is, you just try to figure it out. I don't know, if you have thoughts on this controversial issue, please let me know. It's something that as a designer, I'm a non-professional designer, but still a designer, and this comes in 12 sizes, so you know, I've done my fair share of thinking about size inclusivity. But yeah, maybe we also need to be critical of things, of the how do you call it? Oh, now my English is failing me. not the, I'm thinking fades, but that's not the word. Okay, these things come in waves, you know, they come into fashion and then they go out of fashion. So maybe opinions will change in the future about this. No idea. I know it's controversial. I know it's difficult to say these things from a fairly standard size like mine. But yeah, I'm open-minded. I want to hear what you have to say about it if you want to share. Okay, another piece of information or news that I have for you is that in April there will probably be no monthly video, no Knits and Bits for April. I think I will make April and May together because April is going to be a very intense month for work, and also I'll be traveling a lot between April and May, so I'm not sure that I will have time to sit down and film this for you, but we can catch up, you know, with a spring video at some point in May, and definitely there will be a video on this one. Yeah, so I accidentally showed you the wrong side as well, and as you can see, it's not too bad, which is something that that I really like in a scarf or a shawl, that I don't have to think too much about the way I wear it. Okay, so I think this is it for today. I will leave you to the cow footage. I hope you enjoy it. Ciao.